Hello and welcome to daily update video number 106. It is currently like 11 right now. I'm gonna try to get this wrapped up in like for 10 minutes. So let's see. Yeah, today I woke up. The bus, I did not know if it was going to arrive here at 37 or 30 because the usual time she would arrive would be 42. And so 10 minutes before that is 32, obviously. But on the actual bus stop time, it says 37. It says 47. And so 10 minutes before that is 37. So I woke up really early. I wasn't that tired though. And we were just waiting, looking out the window to see if the bus was actually going to get there or not. And so when the bus came, I sprinted out the door. Turns out it is actually 37 and that she would have waited there for a while, which I was like, oh, that's weird. But, doesn't matter that much. But like a couple people missed their stop because they weren't there on time, which is, she told everyone, so can't really blame them, Yeah, me and Andrew were just studying. We were just studying stuff. Oh my God, ticks are back. But yeah, me and Andrew were just studying stuff on the bus, like derivations for the math test, and I'll get to that in a bit. The math test. Yeah, we were studying that for a bit. I also, like, when we got there, I told Afraz how to do derivations and like one of the formulas, which was interesting. And how to derive PERT formula. It was all that stuff. Sorry, oh my God, my eyes. All that stuff. Now, another thing, yeah, and then so yeah, I mean throughout the entire day I was kind of stressing for the math test, but it wasn't that deep. I mean, I had physics first in the morning. He kind of just like gapped for a bit, and then we were able to study. I would have studied, but I didn't really study. Me, Amara, and Ryan just talked about Invincible and like other shows and stuff and like whatever. So we just talked about that. Then I went to chemistry. Chemistry was really interesting because actually, what am I saying? Chemistry sucked. We were learning electrolytic cells, and we learned about like equilibrium and stuff. Holy yeah, bro! I basically like zoned out through that for that entire thing. For the chem test, she said that she's gonna let people choose to either take it on the Thursday or no, Thursday, Friday. I think Thursday. Either Thursday or after the AP test. I'm doing it after the AP test. Yeah, you know why? I have one extra time. So she said the difficulty is going to be the same as every other test. It just happens to be a partner one. I really want to take it by myself. I don't want a partner test. Number two, I don't want to study. The mock is on Friday. The mock is on Friday. Okay, it's not like, well, or maybe it's on Monday. Who knows? No, it's definitely on Friday. On Monday? I don't know. But the mock is, so wait, let me think actually. So, I know it's right after. So we have school, we have chemistry tomorrow. We drop chemistry. Oh yeah, we have the mock. We have the mock, bro. We have the mock on Friday, and I actually kind of have to study for that. So I don't really want to spend time studying for electrochemistry only to get a good grade, while there's the mock that's arguably is more important. So yeah, we're gonna have the full-fledged mock. It went from like we're not gonna have a mock to we're gonna have only MCQ to we're actually going to have the mock, but we're gonna have like the electrochem test really far back. We're now gonna have everything as planned. Like, bro, absolutely crazy. But essentially, we did a lab for the rest for like an hour. Me, Alokesh, and apparently it was the last lab. Oh, heartbreak! Not really. It was the last lab. Me, Lokesh, and Sharath were low-key selling, but we were being bums. We were just like joking around. It was fun. It was like a fun last lab, but yeah, we basically just like Gemini'd some of the data because like, bro, the thing said to rinse it off before like what do you call it? To rinse it off before weighing it, bro. That gets rid of all the excess mass that we were supposed to get. Okay, so when we rinsed part of it off, we asked Miss Pross, like, this doesn't look right. Should we rinse it off, Miss Pross? And she's like, no. Why would you rinse it off? And we're like, oh my gosh. So that's kind of why we use Gemini a bit. I sent them the made up data though, so it should work. I finished the lab, at home. After that, oh, by the way, Mr. Bazio graded the thing. I got like an 88, so I have a 93 right now. It's fine though. Once Miss Frost is low-key scaring me, bro. Like, she has not put in any grades yet, and the grades are due Wednesday. I'm gonna go, like, because imagine if there's something wrong that I need to talk to her about. I'm like, oh shoot, I kind of need to talk to her about that assessment, right? Like, get points back, like, um, I don't think. Yeah, like, right, like, I like, what if I can't? Same with Mr. Jamal, right? If he doesn't put in those grades soon, I hope we could see the grades like on Wednesday. Hope we have to see them, right? We have to. Um, yeah. So chemistry was kind of just whatever. Me and Andrew went to Mr. Jamal's room to study for the math test a little bit. We just kind of vibed. We went over some stuff. I learned how to. We talked about some stuff. It was actually very useful. Then after that, what do you call it? Then after that, I had health. Like not health. I had CS class. CS was kind of just a vibe. We were kind of just like vibing. Coding, vibe coding, not vibe coding, but like vibing while coding, or coding while vibing. It was actually a pretty like difficult assignment. But it was very like freelance, so it was fine. Anj was like not Anj is like said the math test was fine, so I'm like, oh, okay. And then I also did the God, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I also did the yeah. We also had like a gym like not health. I ended with a 93 in health, which is nice. We had health. At first we just had like a little speech or whatever about what we're gonna do. Then we like jogged a lap, and then we walked two. My goal is to sprint the entire mile. I feel like I could do it. I just collapsed, but it's fine. Yeah, my goal is to sprint the entire mile, and probably call me unrealistic. It probably is. I just want to see if I can. I'm just gonna see if I can, do it. Yeah. Then we went back inside and played basketball. It was very chill. I then had the math test. It actually went, and okay, yeah, I'll tell you, the math test went fine, bro. It went awesome. 95 minimum, 100 maximum. Like, I genuinely, I might have made like a small mistake. My explanation might be somewhat invalid, but either way, I'm ending with a 93 this marking period. Maybe a 94. Actually, I can't even end with a 94, can I? If I get a 0.5 back on the parametrics test, I'll end with a 94. Who knows? Maybe I can do it. Oh my god, I'm gonna like beg him if I get 100 for like that. But yeah, no, went awesome, bro. Went awesome. I skipped there were like a bit of explanation questions. I think there were like 3 explanation. No, sorry, there was 1 word problem, 2 explanation questions, and 1 graphing question. I skipped all the graphing, explanation, word problem. I skipped all those, went straight to the math. The first one that I did was factoring, and I actually struggled a bit because the way I did it before, I didn't even like complete it. I just kind of looked at it and was like, oh, that's interesting. The x to the power of 0 becomes before the x to the power of -1. And going into that, I knew I had to do that. But I messed up because I had only 2 x terms, not 3. X to the power of 0. And essentially, what I have to say is, like, I didn't know how to conjure up the x, right? Because I'm struggling to say this, put this into words. For everything, usually it was x to the power of the same thing, right? For like both factored forms. And so I was kind of like, oh yeah, it's the same thing. But in this case, it was not. In this case, it had to be x to the power of something and x to the power of -1. I then realized that after doing it halfway and factoring 1 part, I'm then like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna move on to the next problem. I'm gonna come back to it later. I move on to the actual logarithm questions, like expand, condense. Expanding, super easy 100. Condensing, even easier 100. I double check, and I double checked those because I could actually double check them. Then I went to the back page. Then I skipped the 2 explanation questions, and I started the logarithm like equations where it's just math. Oh my gosh, they were like 12-step problems. I'm not even gonna lie, 12-step problems. I think I got all of them right, easy peasy. But I'll just say this: no way you're double checking your work. Okay, so if you're doing it, you better do it right the first time. And I think I did. I mean, all my logic was sound. I wrote it out nice and neat, and like how to follow my work. I wrote like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like in steps. So I think generally I'm gonna do well. I think the only way I could possibly mess up is if I accidentally copied something wrong. So like, let's say for like one of the later ones, if I copied it wrong, maybe. But overall, I think my final answers were a-okay. Yeah. I mean, again, right? If I get like, I'm guessing, I get like maybe at minimum a 93, minimum 93. But like realistically, if I made stupid mistakes, but from what I can tell, I didn't make any stupid mistakes, as in like, oh, I didn't make any stupid mistakes, as in that. So I think I'm good. I think I'm good. For the explanation questions, they were low key fire. I had extra time, right? I think I spent like 7 minutes because I when the bell rang, I started the first explanation question. I did the second explanation question, and then I had to go back and do the factoring. But I immediately knew what to do for the factoring after looking at it, so I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So the explanation questions, I think, in combined maybe took 5 minutes. I also asked Mr. Jamal like after the test if that was right, and he's like, yeah, that's right. Because like he says there were two ways to say it, and I found the easier way, which is basically saying that you can have a base of anything greater than 0 as long as the exponent accounts for that, accounts for the difference in the base, as long, you know what I mean. But if x has a but I said but if x has a coefficient of 0, or no, has a coefficient of 1, or doesn't have a coefficient, then yeah, I said doesn't have a coefficient, then you have to say that then the base has to be 4, but whatever. Again, I think the only way I can mess up is if I misread something. But I mean, honestly, I really made sure I made it right the first time because I really wanted an A on this test. So, I mean, I just kind of like made sure I made it right the first time. The only way I could think of something is that I didn't copy it down correctly. I'm very sure that didn't happen. So we'll see. I mean, hey, like I definitely didn't. I don't know what mistakes I could have made because all my numbers were very nice and it worked out in the end. So yeah. After that, Andrew stayed with me while I was doing it, so we kind of just chilled, talked to Jamal. Then we dropped me and Andrew. My mom dropped us off, and it felt like a little bit bad because like my mom always drives us, but like, I mean, it's not like he doesn't offer. I'm just like usually, yeah, my mom's already here because I text her in advance, so. It's like I could just say, "Oh, never mind. Andrew's mom can drive us." Yeah, next time, if Andrew wants to, we can ask his mom. Yeah. Then after that, we picked up my dad. He finally came back from Florida because he was helping my Alita. So then he came back today. Very good. We did not get to watch our show. I'm gonna watch Lord Shadow Mall tomorrow with him. Hopefully, tomorrow I actually have to start. God, I have to start AP Physics again. I kind of just paused for like a bit so I could study physics and math. For physics, I'm low key fading, high key not. I didn't I did look at the review sheets and I'm like, bro, this is literally the same problem over and over and over again. I know how to do this. Like this is easy peasy. I know how to do it. Famous last words, by the way. But I think this is gonna be a very easy test. I mean, I can already see it. One MCQ is going to be like, is this charging by conduction or induction? It is going to charge by conduction if it's touching, induction if it's not. It's going to be very easy. Like charging by friction, like whatever. It's going to be fine. Oh, this is not going to be a 10-minute video, is it? Maybe a little bit over. Yeah, then I came home, I basically just did work all day. Actually, when I came home, I walked Max first. And then, he's a little bit not struggling to walk. That's a very big exaggeration. But he tripped a couple times, like when his leg slipped, he tripped, obviously. Because he doesn't have his pain medication right now. We need to get more of it. So obviously, if you have pain, you learn to deal with it. But if you go from having pain to no pain to having pain again, then it's harder to walk, right? Because you're like, okay, well, now I'm not used to it. So the pain medication is definitely helping Max. It's kind of sad. Last time I went to the vet with him, which I think a year ago, they were like, yeah, he doesn't need pain medication yet. He's good. 1 year later, needs pain medication. It's like, love that pooch. It's just, it happens to all of us. We all get old. Like, and I think Max is just a look into, because, like, we all get there. Like, it's no matter what species, no matter how old, how much in shape you are, we all get there. We all do. If we live long enough to see it, we all get there. And, it's like, it's humbling because, oh, yeah. Then, I kind of just did work for the rest of the day. I kind of just goofed off on Discord for a bit, though. I was very unproductive into that terms. I was really unproductive, but again, I don't really have work in general because chemistry, we have a test that I'm not going to really study for that much. Wait, do I have it tomorrow? No, I don't have it tomorrow. What are we even doing tomorrow? I guess tomorrow's just... I think tomorrow's just studying, actually, for the midterm, which is actually pretty good. I'll actually just study physics during chemistry, and then that'll be it. Yeah. Oh, no, I actually need to ask her. I need to ask her about that. Yes, the driving thing. Yes. Okay, I'm going to ask her about that. I'm going to ask her. I'm going to make a note of self-act. I'm going to put that in notes app. Yeah, I need to ask her about the salt thing. Yes. I think it's the buffers lab. The buffer assignment, the buffer test. So, yeah. Like, nothing really today. Just, like, chill, did funny Discord stuff, worked. Apparently, Viom lost a bet in something because now his profile picture is entirely femboy. Who knows? This was Daily Update, video number 106. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, yeah, I also found the I Show Meat meme on Reddit. Like, because we were just like, oh, I wonder if there's actually because every clip, right, like, is either on YouTube, Instagram, X, it's all, like, cut, and we're like, I wonder if there's an actual one. It is! Leave it to Reddit, bro. Leave it to Reddit. Okay, guys, have a good day.